she ain't trying to deal with me.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Atlanta Falcons. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Saquon Barkley. Barkley a first down and more. And all the way up to the 46. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the run, it's Barkley. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Herbert on 3rd down now. And that will be incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. Let's get in there. 29.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Short throw underneath to Hurst. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
2nd and 1. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Check. Watch the edge. Check. Hey, watch the edge.
They run with the former Pitt Panther, Quadriolison, and he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Short throw underneath to Hurst, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating, there he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this will be a Falcons first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
10 at the 44-yard line.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone, but sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever, and I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
And that is incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Giants first down.
Barkley. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And Ingram holds it in. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Ingram.
13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
First down, New York.
We're scoreless after one.
Quarter with no score.
Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Herbert now. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. This is Barkley, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football. And that really hurts you as an offense.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Down the middle of the field. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
51 to Mike. Tighten up. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Chance. Go, Reed. Go.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Lorenzo Carter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On play action, they'll throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks her. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 31 yards there and a first down. Well, what made that toss out to the right so successful? Because it looked pretty easy.
A belief in the play, an absolute execution by all 11 on the offensive side of the ball. Everyone took care of their assignment, but the reason they did so, every time that play is called, they think it's going to go for big yardage. It's their staple play, and they love to run it.
And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Smith trying to run for it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. The getter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
8 yards.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Set to kick off.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Dexter Lawrence showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. 2nd and 14. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of... Got his man. Complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain of 32 that time. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads. Teams playing to extend them.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half, and that trend is continuing here.
29 is the Mike 20. 19 tight. 19 tight. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
2nd and 13. He'll find Lindsey here. 13 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get into football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10.
Makes the score Falcons 13, Giants 10.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum is sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Here comes Lindsey, toss right. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Looking deep for Julio. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he lost the football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
2nd and 2.
Again, it's Barkley.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Down carry for Barkley, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll try the air now with Herbert. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line.
First down.
A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll run with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
On the carry.
Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On second down now, it's Lindsey. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Everyone's got 4 down. 25, 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. 18, Pioneer. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Here we go, D. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, that QB's trapped.
Out of the gun now on third down. It's caught. Jones. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run here with Lindsey. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
And not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Out to the right here to Shepard. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Complete to
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Here's Herbert. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
He was brought down at the 26.
The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Now Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He's back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
Back to throw. Looking for the end zone. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Sly set to kick off.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. Now it's Herbert. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end. Going to overtime because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Another run by Lindsey. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Now a first throw here in overtime. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Here's Lindsey. The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And 8.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. A slant to Jones. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. On first down. It's Lindsey. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Let's see what you got.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. And we're going to get whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the extra session. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And we're going to get whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the extra session. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And his kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
The score, Falcons 23.
We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins.